If you struggle with using ratchet straps, have a hard time with them, then check this out. Years ago, I was strapping in a piece of furniture when I was 22 years old, so this was over 30 years ago. I was using bungee cords, and I had an 8-foot bungee cord that I was strapping around the top of this cabinet I was making. And although this isn't a bungee cord, this is kind of what happened. I was reaching, the bungee cord had gone around, and I'm pulling it as tight as I can, trying to hook it back on itself. And it slipped out of my hand. It came back, hit me right in the eyeball. And I had actually lost sight for a couple of weeks. And it slowly came back. With glasses, I can now have 20/20 eyesight. But since that day, I vowed never to use a bungee cord again. So we use ratchet straps, and I suggest you use ratchet straps too. So I'm going to show you how to use the ratchet strap simply and easily, because I know it can be frustrating. So usually when you get the ratchet strap out of the back of your truck or wherever you keep it stored, a lot of times it's already been cranked up a little bit. Okay, so some of the strap is in the ratchet itself and can't be pulled out. So first off, in order to get this loose so that you can slide it out and get the length you want, what you want to do is pull on the little handle on the ratchet strap. Pull on this to release it, and that'll open it up. Once you have it opened up, you will be able to pull the ratchet right out. All right, and then it goes like this. If your ratchets are in 2 pieces, and you're like, oh, now what do I do? What you want to do is you can ratchet it so that you've got the hole kind of in the middle, like that. And then what you want to do is feed it from the outside. So if it's like this, this would be considered the outside of the ratchet. You're going to feed that through the middle of the slot and pull that through. Now at this point, you can tie this end off on your truck up over the top of whatever it is you're carrying and hook this into the other spot on the other side. And now what I would do is I'd take this tag in, I'd pull it almost tight. Leave a little bit of room there so that you can actually ratchet some into here. All right, so now all you do is, without touching anything, just the back part of your ratchet, you're gonna start ratcheting. And it'll slowly pull whatever it is down, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you in the next phase, what do you do with this extra tag end? You've got this tail end, you can see the tag end is sticking way out. If you wanna kind of tame that a little bit, what you can do, there's a few different ways you can do this, but this is an easy way. Take about 1 foot and keep overlapping itself until you get down to about maybe 1 foot, something like this. Flatten that out, so you got all these wraps that you kind of just wrapped it one after the other, 1 foot wraps. Then you got this little tag. What you can do is you can put this around, all the way around underneath. So just go underneath, and you'll be left with this little bit of a hole here that you can put your strap back through. And if you do it right on top of this, it'll be doing 2 things. It's going to be holding the tag end tightly, but it's also going to hold the ratchet from opening up at all. So I just put it back through there, and then I grab both sides and turn it until it's tight, like that. Now this couldn't open because this is pushed up against it. So that's one way. Now when you get to where you're going, all you have to do is unravel this, pull that out, and then to open this back up again, because if we try to just open it, it's just gonna ratchet more and more. To open this back up again, you have to pull on this one little piece and open it up, and it should pop. And at that point, all that extra should just come right out nice and easy. Okay, so when you're strapping it down, again, you want to get it somewhat tight, but not. You want to leave a little bit of slack so you have some ratcheting that you can do. In order to get this to turn again, we do have to pull on that one little handle. Pull on that handle. That'll start us off. Once you do that, then you can just ratchet. Ratchet it down, and then you can tie this up, just like we had shown you before. There's another way you can do it, where you roll this whole end up, and you put that tag end through. So you got it rolled up, and all you do is take this, put it through the center of the wrap, and then back around like that. So if you just wanted to kind of tie that up and let it hang there, this will just hang there until you get to where you're going, so that it's not flopping on the ground. And then when you get there, you can just undo that, and you're good to go. So that's your second way of wrapping that up and keeping it fairly tame. Now here's a new kind of ratchet strap that has come out recently with this automatic return. All right, it's got a retractable strap, so you don't have that tag end issue. All right, these are really nice and easy to use, but there is one thing you want to be concerned with, and that is after you get it tightened, to make sure that you lock it. So in this case, you do the same thing. You hook it on one side of the truck. This one, you just pull it out over the top of your load, and you still have to pull on that little, there's a little lever here. This one's red in this case. Pull it out of that spot, and now we can ratchet it down much as it needs to be ratcheted. But you don't want to just leave it like that. You want to make sure that you go to the safety lock right there. And as long as you're in the safety lock, this can't open, and it's going to stay tight. Okay? And these are real nice. When you're done, you release it by pulling up all the way forward. That releases it. And then this simply goes back in and gets stored really, really nice and neatly. And that is your third tip of the day.